Well, good morning, everyone.
Good
Welcome
morning.
back. I'm Candy.
I'm Terry.
And you're
Welcome
here
to
Stitchy Talk
Talk.
with Candy and Terry. Today is Thursday, June the 5th, and we have a lot of stuff to share with you. And but first, we're going to start with some life updates. So Terry, what have you been doing for the past 2 weeks?
Well, we went to Kansas. We had a family get together, and we had probably 30 family members, upwards of 30, 35. I don't know. There's a lot of Johnstons.
Yep.
And then came back, and the week after that, well, some flights were canceled, so we had extra people at our house. And then my granddaughter, I took care of her for 3 days while mom and dad needed to work.
Oh my gosh, she is so cute. She's 9,
Yeah.
and Terry brought her up to the house to do some work at the house. You know, she was folding fat quarters and stuff, but she does this thing where she blows out her nose and it whistles.
I had never seen her do that before.
I was dying laughing when she did it. And then Gregory, my son, walks through it and he could not stop laughing. And the more he laughed, the more she whistled. And she's blowing her nose all this whistle. Oh my gosh. Anyways, we'll have to maybe get her on and have her show us how she does it.
Well, I had her off and on for 3 days while mom and dad worked. And then later the next weekend, I have 2 grandchildren that have type 1 diabetes. She has type 1 diabetes, and she's had it for 4 years, and my 13-year-old grandson has type 1 diabetes. He's had it for 2 years. And so they live in Houston. His parents came up, and her and my grandson, Landon and June, went to a diabetes camp here north of Dallas, Fort Worth, the Camp Sweeney, and they'll be there for 19 days. Doing all kinds of activities. They're with maybe 200 plus kids. They have lots and lots of activities for them. And it gives them an opportunity to feel like a kind of a normal kid. They're around all these other kids that have type 1 diabetes. So it's really good for them. So
this is her 4th year, right?
Her 4th year to go. It's Landon's 1st year. Yeah. So I was so excited for him. And then we get to watch him on live streams every night. They do a flag lowering ceremony and a medical question of the day. And then this morning, in the mornings, we get texts from everybody because they do post a lot of pictures, and they do a camper of the day has done something really good in whatever activity they've chose for the day. And Landon got camper of the day for the football thing because he had thrown at something and caught a pass. I don't know. So he did really good. So that's kind of been, besides stitching, lots and lots of stitching, that's been my activities with a lot of family coming and going.
That's great. That's great. So that's great, Terry. And wait till she shows you what she's been working on.
Lots of stitching, as usual.
For me, well, the
batteries are still running.
Still there. But yeah, my daughter is going to having another baby shower this Sunday, and it's going to be thrown by one of our good friends, Pat, and it's from all the sewing ladies, because a lot of us have been friends for 20 plus years, and so they've known her since she was about 5 years old.
We do like each other, so we stuck together.
Yeah, so I mean, we all go to dinner on Friday nights together, and we have a Friday night dinner group, and there's sometimes 4 or 5 of us, and sometimes it's been up to 20 people. We'll just call the restaurant and everybody shows up, and we've been doing that for 25 years maybe.
Time,
so
you know, we like good food. So.
Yeah, so we could try out different restaurants. Maybe don't do that
one again.
No, some people don't have the taste buds that are
not just me.
Adventurous.
There's a few in our group that are not real. So we have to be able to tell what we're eating.
Yeah. So and there's some of us they'll just eat with our eyes closed.
Okay. My husband went to China for 3 weeks years ago, and he never knew what he was eating over there. They served it and he ate it.
And usually I like the stuff that all the husbands like. You know, I mean, we love Spam, and so she got me some Spam fabric one time. I found it the other day. So anyway, so they've known Allison since she was just a little girl, and now she's in her, late 20s.
Yeah. And she used to have to come to those Friday night dinners and sit there with all the adults.
Yeah, and so they've watched her grow, and so we're having a really fun shower for her this Sunday. So that's what's going on. So anyways, so there's a reason why we're wearing red today.
Yes.
It's a red letter day. we have some great news. So the lease has been signed.
Yay! I'm going to be dancing from the roof.
And she is. Watch this. So, anyways,
Okay.
so yeah, we are raring to go. Everything is on track now. We've got AC people we've already got them all lined up to put brand new AC units in the place. And then so the place it's 3100 Independence Parkway, Suite 205. It's in the Tom Thumb Shopping Center at Parker and Independence. We are in the same location we were in 12 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's been a number of things, from embroidery and screen print shop to needlework shop to quilt shop to empty for the past 10 years. So now it's time to revitalize the area.
Put that sign up
Yeah,
there that
we got
says
the signs
Hoops
going
and
up.
Needles.
Yep. So Hoops and Needles will be opening for business probably the first week in July. That's our goal. Right after the 4th of July weekend. And so we're going to be open Tuesday through Saturday. So starting at 9:30 in the morning. And then on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we'll be open till 5:30. On Thursdays, we will be open till 7:30, and then 4 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. And, some of that can change. We'll shift a little bit as we see the shift in the traffic. So we'll see what happens. And, we're game for change if we need to. So
Yeah.
anyways, that is the big news for us. And so I've been running around like a mad woman. So one of the things we're going to have for the cross stitchers is a nice big dining room table. It's a big table where we'll all sit and stitch and stuff. And so I've been looking for chairs.
You have
I
chairs?
have chairs,
Chairs.
yes. I mean, we bought a table from this lady who gave us chairs, 2. And it's supposed to seat 8. So I'm looking for 6 more chairs.
Yeah, I don't think 4 people in a chair would be too good.
Yeah, that would be a little hard. That puts a new meaning to the word laptop. So, anyways, I was looking for chairs, and I've been scouring Marketplace to find, and I've seen chairs, I've sat in them, and some of them are not working, some of them didn't match. So I found some chairs I thought would be really, really nice. And so I've been texting back and forth, messaging with this woman, and she's like, well, she goes, there's several people that are coming to look at it. I said, well, I'm on my way. So I thought, okay, on the way down, and we're up in here in Plano, and so the chairs are way down in Dallas, like in the Highland Park area. So it's going to be about a 30-minute drive. And so I thought, okay, well, I'll just go down there and I'll just get, I'm going to look at the chairs, and if I like them, I'm going to get them because I'm kind of picky about my chairs, right?
Our rear ends have to fit comfortably in those chairs.
And they have to be sturdy, and they have to be cute, and they have to, it just has to match.
Yeah.
So here I go up to this house, this beautiful house, and it's when I knocked on the door, there are 6 college boys, each holding a chair. They just walk out the door. And I was like, I didn't even look at them. And they're like, where do you want it, ma'am? And it's just like, because this is kind of like in the SMU area.
Oh, yeah.
So it's college, and school had just split out. They all graduated. And I was like, just put it in my car. And before we know it, 2 seconds later, they were all in my car. And I'm like, who do I send the money to? And it's just like, and so all the way home, I'm thinking, I don't even know what they look like. Because they all had them in their hands. And they were just intimidating. They were like 6'5" and higher, taller.
Here you go. No
And they just came walking out the door with these chairs. And I'm like, I guess I just bought some chairs. And so anyway, so they actually turned out really nice. And we'll do a real good steam cleaning on them and stuff and everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's the chair update. So
there's always something.
I know. So anyways, the good news about the store, and then our website, www.hoopsandneedles.com. We did turn the e-commerce site on, so you can go out there and get some fabric if you want. We've got the grunges out on there, the Bella, and the Tilda.
Tilda.
Oh my gosh. Tilda, here is the entire fat quarter bundle of the Tilda.
Wow.
Look how beautiful they are. This is wallflower. So there's 20 in this fat quarter bundle.
Wow.
So Katie has been cutting like crazy. And then we also have the blenders, which is called bellflower, and I don't know if you can see. This is all the blender part, the blenders that go with the wallflowers.
That's beautiful.
So it is. I'm gonna have to kind of take it apart, but anyways.
Yeah, they can kind of get
Aren't they gorgeous?
close up.
So we got all 12 of those.
So that's 32.
32
that
fat
match.
quarters. And then you can also go out on the tildausa.com where they've got all these beautiful patterns.
That's a
And
free.
so-
They're all free.
yeah,
so
it's all free patterns. And
oops,
so
there's-
look at that. I think I want to do that.
look at this
pillow.
one.
That
This is just a.
is just
But wait, this is the piece de whatever you say.
is this, the look at that.
Isn't that cute?
Isn't that the cutest
and yeah,
pattern?
again,
and it's
those
free.
are all free.
It's
and
all
there's
free.
More.
You
I didn't
download.
even print them all. There's
Yeah.
more.
Yes, and they've got so many. Tilda does a really good job marketing their
Every line of
patterns,
fabric,
so
they have
everything's
tons of free
oh my
patterns.
gosh. So
Yay,
anyway,
it's
so if you want some of that,
gorgeous.
we are selling right now, and they are selling fast. And it is like if you go out and look anywhere, any of the shops that are selling them, they're just flying off the shelves. And
These
so,
are so nice.
get them while you can, because once they're gone, I guess they're gone.
Usually with Tilda, once they're gone, they're gone.
So, so I've had a lot of people call me. It's like, yes, no, we're not open to, my house is not open to the public yet, but we are open to.
No, you
So,
can't walk in her house. There's so
every
much.
day it's like we're working, and all of a sudden I look out the window and a UPS or a FedEx, and it's like, no, don't come here. No. And all these boxes are coming off. And the UPS lady yesterday, she brought like some
Really
UPS
well.
delivery person from when we were in the shop before and had the embroidery business before that.
She's-
So Nancy
Nancy.
from UPS will give a little plug out to her. I can't believe she's still making deliveries. And she was amazing
Yeah.
back then, and I'm sure she's going to be just as amazing now,
Exactly.
bringing all our good packages to us
She's
and
got
stuff.
lots
So
of goodies
looking forward. So
coming.
it's almost like going home again.
Yeah.
Going back into a space that we're very familiar with, and
It's going to be
it becomes
so
cozy.
pretty
So,
when it's
anyways,
done and ready.
so let's see. Next week we go to retreat
Yes.
out in Celeste.
Mhm.
So we come back on Sunday, and then we leave on
Wednesday.
Wednesday for Cincinnati for StitchCon.
Yay.
So StitchCon, as everybody knows, it's the cross stitching retreat. We're at Weekend B.
Yeah.
So Terry made, so you make all these gifts when you go.
Yeah.
So you make gifts for your
Table mates.
You do a little smalls exchange. So Terry made us all. It's going to be me and Terry and our friend Sue and our friend Stephanie. The four of us are going. And so we're going to go meet 296 of our other friends
Closest
there.
friends,
Yeah.
yeah.
So anyways, Terry made this adorable mat. It's a
Stitcher's mat. So we all are coordinated when we sit at our
when you
table.
open it up, so we all look the same at the table. And when you open it up, look at that.
It's got a place for
So
got
this
a
little
Ort container.
This is called an Ort container, but it's a little snap tray that folds flat when you snap it. And then there's a little and it comes off. It's all
so we can,
Velcro.
yeah.
And then here's a little thing for a notepad
There's a magnet.
and a magnet that closes that.
Well, no, the magnet's for to put
Oh,
your scissors
there's a
on.
magnet here for your needle
Needle or
and your
scissors
scissors.
and your
So,
stray threads.
and then there's a little pocket here that you can put your room key in it or whatever.
Your scissors,
and
your
then
needles.
your little scissors holder there, and then this
Little
is for little
pockets.
pockets for little
Whatever.
you need. And look at this. She cross-stitched our names. Can y'all see that?
And then it just folds up so you
And
can
then-
put it in your...
And then you just fold it up so it'll travel well, and then you can close it up for the night, leave it on your table. And then she made, and this is all made out of old
Tilda.
vintage Tilda
Tilda
fabric.
fabrics.
So isn't that beautiful? So then she made this to go sit on our table. And it's the best retreat table ever.
And I changed it. I'll show you the pattern here, but it's a stand-up. So,
Look at
it's
that.
a stand-up. And we picked this pattern up at Market, and they had done it with the red strawberry and black, I think the floss, but I used a pink strawberry to match.
Oh my God.
And
And
I
it
use
is
blue
so
to do the words.
cute.
So that's going to be
So-
sitting on our table. And then a little tilde button down there just on the bottom.
So, oh, speaking of buttons, we do have some of those buttons.
Oh, you
The
do?
new wallflower
Okay,
buttons
good.
too. So you,
Good.
those are going to go real fast. So
Yeah.
So the other thing you do when you're at retreat, you do a little smalls exchange. So you make
Yeah.
a little small gift, you put it in a bag, and everybody just kind of exchanges it. And
I should have brought mine, but
so-
I haven't.
I actually have an FFO.
Ooh.
Now I didn't stitch it. I had cheated on that a little bit because
But you made the bag.
Terry stitched it. I said I don't have time to stitch anything small.
I had a bunch of
So-
unfinished things in my.
So my little gift exchange is this little project bag. It's a
So
mini
cute.
project bag, and so you can see all the stitching, and then the little zipper. And I made this little zipper pull. What do
Yeah,
you call it?
cabochon.
Yeah, and so out of the same fabric that I made.
the
I
fabric.
hope they like it.
I should have brought mine, but I didn't.
So
I'll have to
let's show it
pic-
next time.
Well,
what
We'll be at
yeah.
StitchCon probably.
So, anyways, that's it's a little bit bigger than what they said the minimum is
6
going
by
to be.
6, but
So
nobody's
but-
going to turn it away.
no, they won't. And if they do, they'll just
They're
take it
not
home.
going to turn it away.
So anyway, so that's what I have, and so Terry's got a few other
Fully finished
fully
and some
finished
whips.
stuff and some.
Fully finished objects. This is you saw this 2 weeks ago. This is my working copy. I don't know if you can see it. It was a new Primrose Cottage. It's one of the patriotic, and I
Look
finished
at
this
that. Let me
pillow.
hold that up. Look at
Okay.
that. That is called the
American Youth.
American U. So those are little sheeps on top of there. So isn't that cute?
And
That
then
is
the
really
next
cute.
one was the American Alphabet. That was from Primrose Cottage that came out a couple weeks ago.
And this turned out really cute. So, next year is the
50th.
250th birthday of America. And so everybody has really been getting on to the, getting into
Patriotic.
the patriotic stitching and sewing.
And I'll show you a whip here in a minute. And then
So-
I have one more finish, which is a Stitcher's Tool.
This was an exclusive pattern. Only you had to go to market to be able to pick up this pattern. I don't know when they're going to actually release it.
I don't know.
So, but now she
This
finished
is-
it. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, Terry. I love the little pink background. And
I
Your
thought it called for something on the corner, so I stuck a butterfly up there.
yeah, look at that.
But
Did you frame this yourself?
yes.
Oh my God. Your stitching is just...
So those are all my finished objects or projects. Then I have a couple whips in progress. And this is a pattern I've had in my stash for a long time. And I decided to do it. It's by Plum Street Samplers. It's called Remember. We Remember. The poppies are reminiscent more of World War One.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a cat in the middle. And if everybody knows me, I'm not really a cat fan. But I went
It
ahead
is cute.
and I'm working. The cat is you have to.
That cat is so cute.
It is cute cat.
It is a cute
and
cat.
they said that
Look at that.
Plum Street Sampler, she loves putting animals in different stuff. And then the last thing I'm whipping right now,
That's a new phrase here.
This
now.
is the pattern that came out from Primrose for American Celebration for next year. So I started that. I've got 2 rows done.
Look at that. Is that real fast? Is it fast?
It's pretty
stitch?
fast. It's
Yeah.
it's repetitive, so you kind of get in the rhythm of the repetitiveness of it. So
That is so pretty.
hopefully I'll do a couple rows a week and it'll be done fairly soon. So
Well, you have until July of next year.
I know, but let's get it.
She'll have it done way before then, that's for sure. So
So those are my whips and my fully finished objects. And I started a new project this morning, so I'll maybe have it done by the next
which
video.
one did you start?
The Stitchers Quaker by Primrose Cottage. So I started that this morning.
Also, my schedule, I feel so sorry for my calendar. Its days are numbered.
Yep.
Our database.
Yeah.
So we want to start a new segment called Database. And I talked to my husband, Greg, about videotaping him
Yeah.
telling a dad joke. And he's like, well, I don't know. I can't do all of them. And so we thought, what we want to do is if anybody out there will record a 10-second database, dad joke.
Joke for
Have
the
your husband
database.
give about a 10-second recording and email it to us at sohappy@hoopsandneedles.com, and we'll pick one and put it up for our database segment. So we'll see how that goes. And so and it could be any kind of dad joke, very clean. It has to be a clean dad joke. And
Now,
so,
where do they need to send it to?
To sohappy@hoopsandneedles.com. Just email it to me, and then we'll pick one to play, and hopefully we'll have lots to choose from. So we'll see how that goes. And if you get yours picked, there'll be a little prize for you.
Yeah,
so.
exciting.
So, and then the last thing, I have a little announcement. I am looking for model stitchers, because apparently Terry doesn't think that she can do all the models for our store, which I beg to differ on that. I think she could, but we also don't want her to get too burned out. So we do need some help with stitching some models. So if you have any experience in the cross stitching world and you'd like to put some of your models up at the shop for show, and then but we are interviewing some stitchers, and so we'd like to see some of your samples.
So
and
how
see
do they contact you?
You can call me at the store, which is 972
Still learning the number.
664-477. So
She can
972.
put that across the bottom.
Anyways, or email me at sohappy@hoopsandneedles.com.
And we'll want to see some of your projects so we can kind of interview you. And see what
or
your
just come by the
stitching's like.
store and bring some of your samples, and let's see what it looks like, and see what, and and then we'll talk about how the supplies and stuff. And so, anyways, but that is about it.
I think so.
The next time you hear from us, we will have.
Well, we'll be at StitchCon in 2 weeks, so we may need to tape a little early, or tape a little early, maybe.
Either early or late, depending on.
Or maybe we can do a little one at StitchCon.
Oh, that would be fun.
We could do something.
We can do a
little video from StitchCon.
Yeah, and then so we will be posting some photos and videos as the shop progresses on with the as we're getting things ready. So we'll see. Bruce has been.
My husband is
has been so
rabid.
It's just crazy, and so we'll have some funny stories to tell about him.
Yeah.
But he's getting a lot of stuff done, and he's determined to get us open. And I think he wants Terry out of the house.
I know. So, I'm glad he's out of the house right now. It's like, where are you going today, Bruce? I'm gonna go work at the store. Yay!
And so the next thing he'll be going, where are you going, Terry? I'm going to go to the
store.
And you're like, yay!
He can't sit still. He never has.
No. He has got more energy than Terry does.
One day I said, what are you going to do today? I'm going to restain all our brick pavers back in the backyard. They don't need to be restained. Yes, they do. And he shows me a picture of what they look like from years ago, what they look like now. They do.
I remember you came home one day and all your kitchen cabinets had been pulled out.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's going to put in a new kitchen cabinet.
Yeah, I was at work that time years ago.
So
he has too much energy.
But after he gets our shop all together, he may be up for hire. You want your garage redone?
Yeah.
Boom, it'll be redone. So anyways, okay. Well, until next time, guys, we will see you again soon, and come back to see us again. Oh, if you'll like and subscribe below, I'm getting the language down, and share. Like I said, we are going to be doing a drawing for everybody who is subscribed.
Comments,
so anyways, all right. Well, come back, and next time we will
hope to keep
you in
stitches.
Talk
Bye.
to you later. Bye. I'm just going to do this.